All righty. I just about had another production disaster. That's right, I just said I just about had another production disaster. But I'm here! I'm here! I promise you, I'm here! I'm gonna do my darndest to be here every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central, right here wherever I am, talking about the world and how we need to fix it. Tonight, I got a big fix. Got a huge fix. Do me a favor, make sure to see Darla Stewart Bennett, first one gold medalist. Congratulations, Don Ledger, all the way out there in Arizona. Congratulations on the silver medal tonight. I'm so glad you guys can do that. Hey, remember, everybody that gets here, do me a favor and check in. When you check in with me, I don't know why does everybody want to text me at 9, silent mode on. Everybody wants to text me at 9 p.m. every night. I just got 3 texts from 3 different people. It's crazy. Hey, do me a favor, check in. So I know that Darla's here. I know that Dawn is here. We're going to give everybody a couple of minutes to kind of like pop on here. I don't want to give anything away yet, but I'm going to tell you, tonight, you know how I always say get involved? That is my thing. If you're going to complain about the system, do something about the system. I've always said that I always will do my part. So do me a favor, check in as soon as you get here, and right after Ollie plays this last one, we're gonna go and get this done, because I'm excited to be here tonight. You would not believe what I did all morning long. Hello, Logan Calcadera, you're the bronze medalist. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the big show. My name is Mickey, and this is Mickey in the Middle. Now, I am doing something different. You might not see it over there, but instead of having the Facebook and my OBS program where I can see me and I can hear me and I can do that below the screen, it is above the screen. So, if I look up, and you can see this way, it's only because your comments are right over there. Oh, wait a minute. That's your comments are, no, wait a minute. Your comments are down there. There you go. Your comments are down there in that comment to me. And then how many people are watching are down there, and this is crazy. I'm pointing in the opposite direction. They're down there. So I plan on having a little bit of fun tonight. Welcome to the big show. This is the quintessential show for middle Americans, because somebody needs to talk about middle Americans and all of the stuff that's happening in the world. We are lost. Nobody cares about us. They talk about big businesses. They talk about the moguls on social media. They talk about the billionaires on Wall Street. They talk about the little people that are so oppressed. They talk about immigrants. They talk about illegal immigrants. They talk about international relations. They talk, the middle Americans are the strength of our country. Well, you guys should start acting like it. All of you politicians that are there, you really should just start acting like you care about us. Stop spending our money. Let's just start there. You know, if I was sending money to my kid in Oklahoma and she was as irresponsible as our federal government is with our precious money, but it's not money. It's not the money. I want you to realize, when I talk about money, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your life. Your life. If you are naked and afraid on the planet, and you have nothing, and you are in the middle of a wilderness, my one-person theory, you have got to go and spend your life to stay alive. You've got to go hunt. You got to go find clothes. You got to find some shelter. You got to find some heat. You got to be able to cook that stuff up. You have to be able to protect yourselves against all the wild animals out there, like the velociraptors or the Tyrannosaurus Rex or even the Brontosaurus. You know, they had little flat plates inside their face where they're supposedly eating leaves. But I'm telling you what, I bet they crushed a lot of bugs along the way. So I wouldn't say that they're herbivores, right? The H is silent in that. Check that out. They're not, right? but they have these great big cute flat teeth, and they're supposed to eat leaves, but I bet they crushed enough insects to make them insectivores as well. So anyway, before I get too far off track, they don't talk about us. But when we have to go out there and we have to survive, that is taking time out of our life. When you go and you work for somebody, or you go someplace to go get some money, or you go and do this, that, or the other thing, or you invest in something, that's your life, that's your money, that's your risk. And then you take your life, literally, and you send it to them people, and they're irresponsible with it. And matter of fact, they're spending, the tax revenue of the country is about $3 trillion. They spend $4 trillion every year on our national budget. That means for every $3 we send them, they make one up. So the budget, that's why we have a $29 trillion deficit. And they're not responsible. And what about protecting you? What about protecting you? I don't know what you consider protection is, but way back in the day when, Germany and Russia and a bunch of other people meant to do us harm, they were like, hey man, we have to defend ourselves. We got to keep these people out of here. We got to protect and defend our nation and our people. And a lot of us that are really old remember having to get underneath desks in case somebody bombed us. And that was a real thing. And we sent hundreds of thousands of people, millions. We sent millions of people over time into battle to defend our country and to keep out the bad elements, the elements that may or may not agree with us, to keep out diseases, to keep our people fed, in order to keep us safe. And then what happened? Now they're like, oh, hey, we don't care who you are, come on in. Joe Biden just signed a thing that says we're going to take off the Muslim ban and we're going to remove the travel restrictions for people coming from Iran. The people that are sitting over there going, death to America, burn that flag. Death to America, burn that flag. Except they say it in their language. I don't know what language they speak. But if they can rhyme it, they're saying it and they're burning the flag. And they mean to do us ill will. And Sudan, here's the deal. If you looked at the geopolitical situation in Sudan, or some of these other countries that absolutely hate us, and they're like, hey, come on, man, you guys are great. Oh, by the way, we're going to throw a full-up travel ban on Europe, like England, and like places in South America, and people that like us and that we do business with, and that they genuinely like us. But we're going to throw that travel ban on them, but we're going to take it off for the most terrible people. Oh, and by the way, that border wall we were building? So anyway, when they misspend and misappropriate your funds, and they're not taking care of the middle class American. So that's my middle class intro for the show today. All right, so let me do this. Let me see who else is here. Hello, Greg Meyer. Hello, Lucky Jackson. Lane Calcaterra's up in the house. Greg Myers just cleaned the kitchen after Chef Maddie cooking. Took 2 days. Man, I got to see. Hopefully you put something on Facebook about that. I'll get to it. Hello. Finally made it back. Hello, Mark Blinn. How you doing? That is great. Farsi. They speak Farsi in Iran. I've been in both countries. Matter of fact, up to one point, I was actually the last American out of Iranian airspace, and therefore Iran, until that group of sailors was taken hostage and kidnapped while they were transiting the sea and the waterways outside of Iran. And then I had my position as the last military American out of Iran taken away from me. How about that? Mickey, you, me, everyone watching just got rid of duck and cover. Yeah, duck and gone. The language is Farsi. All right, so, and then, all right, so, this morning, I got to tell you about this morning. This morning I woke up, and early this morning, not really, like at 8, I'm sorry. I sleep in. I work all night long, and then I sleep for about 3 hours, and then I got up at 8. So this morning, I checked the ticker. I grabbed my phone, went to my stock page, because I just have mutual funds, right? So I give somebody my money, and then a little bit every single month. It builds up over time, and then if I make any interest off of that, that's going to be great. I haven't had a crash in a long time, so I'm doing okay. But I do like to keep track of what's happening in the world of the market, right? So I follow the Dow, follow the NASDAQ, and then I follow the mutual funds that I have. And lately, I've been following this little thing called GameStop. So here's what happened with GameStop. I could not stop watching the ticker on my phone, the numbers flashing at me. Every 5 seconds, the number would flash and it would change. The number would flash and it would change. The number would flash. I watched it for about 4 hours this morning. About 3 hours. 3.5. I don't know. I watched it for a really long time. All I did was just watch the numbers flash. And here is why. All right. So everybody knows the way that stocks work. You buy a stock at a certain price. And that is a percentage. It's a very, very tiny but crucial part of a business, and that means that if you buy one stock, you own one little tiny piece of the company. You actually own the company. Now, if they have 100 stocks and you own 10 of them, that means that you own 10% of the company. If a company has 100 stocks and you own 100 stocks, then that means you own 100% of the company. So everybody that buys stocks actually has a stake in the business. If the value of the stock rises because more people want to buy it, then all of a sudden the stock goes up, and if you sell it at a higher price, the difference between that higher price and what you paid for it is profit. And then you pay a little bit of capital gains on it, or a lot of capital gains on that, and that's the way the stock market works. However, if you reverse that engineering, if you buy a stock at a certain number and that number goes down because, hey, people don't believe that it's that valuable anymore, it's classic supply and demand. The more people want it, the higher the price will go. The less people want it, the lower the price will go. Well, this morning, I flipped it on and the stock was at $140 for this stock. Then what happened? Because I got to tell you, within a half an hour, a $140 stock went up to $154. And everybody that was up there that's day trading and following the stock went, whoa, look at this. GameStop is back on the way up. It's going to skyrocket again. So people started buying. And then all of a sudden, something happened. I don't know what that something was, but all of a sudden, at a half an hour into the stock, so I don't know what time that is, it went up to 154, and then a half an hour later, it had dropped from 154 to 103. That's a very precipitous drop. That is down like 40%. And then it continued on its way down because at 10:30, it went down to $77.34. $77.34. That means that the stock that you bought yesterday that was at $140 lost 50% of its value, 50 cents on the dollar, in a matter of, what time did they open? 9 in an hour and a half. Everybody just went crazy. Everybody was going bam. So I was watching the numbers flash, 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 flash. It was great. All right. So it went from 177 at 10:30. At 10:30, something happened. I don't know what. This is exciting. At 10:30, it was at $77.34, and by 1 hour later, at 11:33, it was back up to $152, which means that it lost half of its value, then it gained half of its value, and added some more on the top. When I said it was 152 at the beginning, I misspoke. That was the high for the day, right? So it went from 77 to 152. That means that it doubled in value. It doubled in value, right? So from 77 to 44, yeah. And then at 12:30, it was back down at 112. and then at 12:43 it went to 123, back up, and then after that it started tanking at 123 and it dropped all the way down to 90. So if you started at 140 and you were watching this ride, it was up and then it was down and then it was way up big and then it was way down like almost half, but it continues to drop. And after trading today, it lost another 14 points and it is down to, I don't even know what it is. So anyway, that's all I could do. I couldn't help it. I was watching the Wall Street giants battle it out over a failing company, and while all the individual investors that are talking to each other on the social media platforms have just gone, no, we will not let you kill this little company. But right now, somebody's winning. So we got to tune in tomorrow to find out where the stock is going to go, because I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to go. Somebody's going to lose this. The company is probably going to close unless everybody that has stock right now, regardless of what the stock price does, just holds them. And then if they hold them, then the company's going to be great. Okay, so anyway, all right. In other news, the stupid Dow Jones Industrial only went up 475 points, which is close to 2%. And then the NASDAQ also went up 209. Now, I'm not a market reporting person, but I would just like to say that it went up, NASDAQ went up 2.09% and the Dow, went up 209 points and the Dow went up 475 points. All right, so I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I can't help it. I'm so sorry that I had to go through that. Look at that. I just took 16 minutes of your life, and I apologize. But literally, if you're not watching the war and you don't understand what's going on, give me a call. I'll explain what's going on. And then you can sit there and you can watch the numbers go up and down and just go, oh my gosh, the little people are winning in America. The billionaires are getting their ass handed to them. And then, oh no, the billionaires are winning back. No, curse those billionaires. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I called you all here today is for a big announcement. And you're going to help me. Now, I'm going to cut this video later tonight, and I'm going to, after I finalize my plans, which is going to be tonight, I'm going to post this tomorrow. But I need your help. We are being divided. They're separating us. It's all BS, right? We all love each other. We know each other, and we have to come together, because right now the way the world works is if you're in politics, it's find an enemy and attack. And if you are in business right now, it is like, hey, who do we have to cancel in order to make a presentation to the world that we are woke? And that means that people are starting to get canceled all over the place. I don't want to see you canceled. I don't want to see me canceled. We're divided on what to do with the situation up with the impeachment. Everybody's picking a side. Some liberals and some conservatives, they're all on other sides. Some people have swapped sides. Some people are saying you're insurrectionists. Other people people in Congress are accusing each other of attempted murder. They're trying to throw people off committees, trying to kick them out of the House of Representatives. They're trying to do all of these things to divide us up. They're dividing us up by race. They're saying, hey, look here, Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black Lives Matter. That's absolutely no doubt in my mind. But all of a sudden, it was like that group found enemies everywhere. They just found enemies everywhere. And then with the riots in Antifa up in Portland and Washington and in Atlanta and the murders that happened and the riots over the summers, I'm sad for our country. I'm very, very sad for our country because everybody's picking a side on this. We all should be on the same side. Truth, justice, honesty, compromise, understanding. Do that whole love thing that we got going on whenever we're not on social media, whenever we're not trying to point make a point, whenever we're not trying to punch each other in the mouth, there's a lot of love and compassion in our country. We have got an unbelievable country. You know, I was on Facebook the other day, and on one of my sites, it said, hey, look here, I don't have any food, and I need a ride over here to pick up some medicine, but I'm going to spend money on medicine instead of food. And within an hour, 20 people had responded back, where do you, send me a PM, where do you live? I've got food, I will come over, what else do you need? I mean, that's amazing to me that social media can be so good in those instances, and in other instances it's so bad and it's divisive, and they're like, I don't like what you said about that, so I have to punch you in the face. I don't like what you said about that, so I'm going to try to get you canceled. I don't like what you said about that, so I'm going to try to get you fired from your job. I don't like what you said about that, so I'm going to try to have your children taken away from you. I don't like what you said about that, so I'm going to report you to the authorities for beating your children or kicking your husband or whatever. But we have this really, really divisive thing. So I think that we need to fix it. Do you know who you are? You know who I am? Well, I want to get to know you better. I want you to get to know me better. Because if we know each other, then we will be more kind to each other. In kindergarten, kids are taught to hold hands. Have you ever seen a group of kindergartners? They're absolutely beautiful little people. It doesn't matter what race, what gender, what religion, anything. Kids just want to be kids. They just want to hold hands. They want to go out and playground and play. They want to be able to sit down, eat a little bit of lunch, smear their face with jelly, laugh. Because children laughing is the greatest thing ever. So I figure, why don't we give the kids an opportunity to laugh? Why don't we give you and I the opportunity to get together and make the world a little bit of a better place where we can communicate, where we don't have to talk about politics, we don't have to talk about social media, we don't have to talk about what's going on Wall Street, what the deal is down on the border, we don't have to talk about the problems that the rest of the world has, we don't have to talk about economics. We talk about you, we talk about me. We talk about the fact that we got kids. We talk about the fact that, we have certain friends that are in common. That I like a certain beer and maybe you like a certain whiskey. Or I don't like whiskey or alcohol at all, so I just brought myself a Coke. So here's what the deal is. This is what I want to do. This is easy. I want to have the Great American Picnic. I didn't even know this when I came up with the idea, but National Picnic Month is in July. Who knew? The Great American Picnic. I figure that this year, we're very, very lucky that this year, the 4th of July is on a Sunday. How about that? Guess what happens on Sunday? Guess what happens in July? Well, nothing. July is hot. July is just another day on the schedule of Sundays. But what happens if on the 4th of July at noon, we just all go have one great big picnic all across the United States, from Maine down to San Diego, from Seattle down to the Keys. We can celebrate it our own way. All we do is we just show up at parks. Nobody has to get a reservation. Just go to a park with a blanket and a basket and some beverages and bring your children and expect to see other people with the sole intention of meeting those other people. All races, all ethnicities, all religions, all whatever political persuasion you happen to be, every single gender, every single group in the United States of America can just go to a park and have a picnic. Does that sound like a reasonable plan? If we can get if we can get 320 million people to all go on a picnic together, I love picnics. I love the fact that people can bring small grills and you can have a little bit of barbecue cooking over here. You can have a hot dog or hamburger over there. You can have bratwurst over on the other side. You can have people bring bowls of salad. You can have people bring anything. The whole idea is, hey, why don't we all get together and have a picnic? Well, who are you? I'm a picnicker. How simple is that? The whole idea behind this is to leave the whole world behind us and just go out with a great big huge heart. And it's going to be on the 4th of July. And if I have to go do this myself, I will be out there all by myself. But I'll be having a picnic, and I'm telling you right now, you are invited to attend. So here is what I was thinking. Number one, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. You want to know why? Because that's the way that America works. You know, in 1776, when we put this doggone thing together, we didn't have a great idea of how great our country could be when everybody participated in it equally. When we got rid of all of the bad stuff that had been codified into law, and when we got rid of all that, how we could grow as a nation and grow as a people together without the whole thing about who are you and do you deserve to be here? Listen to me. We are all in this together. Nobody's leaving. We ain't got no place else to go. So we might as well get along because we don't want to get it on. Just saying. So the whole idea behind this is the message is 10 people. I don't know whether you can even see that. So anyway, the whole idea is I'll read this to you and then I'll clean this up. I'll make it better. So everybody's welcome. Message 10 people. No politics. Everybody brings something. Or if you don't have the ability to bring something, show up knowing that somebody else in America will be there and they will break their bread with you. And this is a very, very important point. We're going through a very, very tough time. But we need to know that we're all in this together and we are all willing to help each other. Go to the closest park. Or contact your school, contact your parks, your recreation leagues. There's softball diamonds out there. There's high school football stadiums out there. There's parks all over. If you have a large place, invite everybody in the neighborhood and everybody outside of your neighborhood to come to your place. Get the Chamber of Commerce involved, and if we do that, then what happens is if all of the Chamber of Commerces are in the town or involved, then they can put a flyer out that we will put out that everybody can put in their store that basically goes, hey, let's go have a great big huge picnic together, everybody. How about that? Let's have a picnic. Let's see the comments. Let's see. SNP. Oh, that I don't know what the SNP did today. Sorry. The politicians want us divided. Love this idea. Wouldn't it be lovely? Yes, Darla Stewart Bennett. It would be lovely. And here's what the deal is. We're doing it. We're going to do this. I know that at least 50 million people will show up for the Great American Picnic. And I'm telling you what, it's going to be great. I don't know what I'm cooking yet. I don't know what I'm going to be wearing yet. But I'm telling you right now, tonight I will have the plan. Tonight I will have the distribution model. I will be looking for a state organizer in each state. And I will start a Facebook page tonight. And I will start a web page tonight. And then everybody can go to the web page and the Facebook and web page in order to get more information, but that will be set up tonight. This was supposed to be better, but literally, I gotta show you this. I gotta show you this. All right, so see all this stuff right here? I had to make that. Do you want to know why? Because nobody would sell me this pattern right here, which is supposed to be a picnic blanket. So I've got to make my own letters. You ought to see this. This is absolutely pathetic. All right, so look at the letters. I'm making these letters. I know. So we're gonna have a green background. See, look at that. See, we're going to have a green background, and then you got to blend it in. So these are going to be the letters, and then the background's going to be green because this didn't turn out. But that's what I've been doing all day. I've been making these stupid letters. I watched the stock market in the morning like a hawk, and then I made stupid letters all afternoon because that's the way that Mickey rolls. I'm a geek. So I think Mayor Kincaid would be on board with this idea. Lucky Jackson, I think every mayor in America will be on this, and I will call Ken Kincaid tomorrow as soon as I get my stuff together. Because as soon as I get my stuff together, then he's got a mayoral contact all through the states. Oh, you know what? Maybe we just have to contact the 50 governors. The 50 governors. Who wouldn't be on for putting on a picnic that doesn't cost them anything? Just ask everybody to bring a trash bag. Ooh, do me a favor, remind me. Everybody has to bring a trash bag. We leave it cleaner than we got there, right? So that's going to be it. Where will your picnic be? I don't know that yet. I don't know where my picnic's going to be, but it will be announced. And I'm going to find a big enough place. It's if I can get War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas, I'm going to try to get War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. So, but anyway, so no. All right. So here's what the thing is. Should we make it a fundraiser? Oh, man, I burned over this question. I do not want this to have any appearance that anybody is in this for the money. Nobody's in this for the money. We're in this for each other and to bring unity and some cooperation and some peace and to get to know our neighbors and our fellow countrymen and women and all genders better. And that we're all welcome. All religions, all people, all races, all creeds, all colors, all demographics are welcome without any expectations of making any money on this. So, but if everybody packs their own lunch, and that's what makes this beautiful, everybody can pack their own lunch and just show up on the 4th of July at noon, which is a Sunday in 2021. That's a great question. That's a great question. I didn't even sleep last night thinking about this. So in Seattle, my post office brothers and sisters and their families used to have one the 4th of July every year. Yes, the 4th of July is the perfect day. If we disassociate this, because it's on a Sunday, because it is National Picnic Month, and because the 4th of July literally is about our nation and celebrating each other and our nation and our independence and our freedom, I think that this is the perfect day. And when I found the 4th of July at noon, I thought that that was just great. So we can do that. And then I will show up in Arkansas. Don Ledger, come to Arkansas, brother. I will be there too. Lane Calcaterra says, absolutely. Doesn't this mean we can't contribute? Yes, but I would rather contribute in your own way, in your own community, by making phone calls and getting the good ideas and making some. So I'm going to make the posters tonight. I almost have the letters done. So when I get the letter, I will have the poster made, and then I will distribute the poster so that you can print that, and then you can distribute that in the city, in the businesses. You can tell your neighbors and in your neighborhoods. We'll get all of the high school and colleges involved, because I think that this is an idea that they can all get behind, because who doesn't love diversity and inclusion? And this is the ultimate diversity and inclusion. Nobody brings any politics. Nobody brings any religion. Nobody brings anything except who you are as a human being, and perhaps a beer or soda. So, but I don't have a way to. Also, I don't have a way to collect money. I'm just kind of in this as. We're going to go and do this. So I would say no reduces the meaning of the idea. Right. So that's what my idea is. I don't want this to be associated with money. I want everybody as a small family to go out, or as a big family, go out and meet other families that perhaps they would have never met otherwise, to talk to them and understand that people are people, and that we need to come together and we need to be unified as a people, because people matter more than social media. Canada, people matter more than the political situation that we have up there. People matter more than international events, and people matter to each other because we need each other to survive, and we're all in one society. So, with that being said, I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in to Mickey in the Middle tonight. My name is Mickey. I'm in the middle. This is my show, 9 p.m. Central, every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. wherever I am. Remember to like, share, ring the notification bell, tell all your friends about the Great American Picnic, and I will see you there. Remember, live, laugh, love. Peace, everybody. Right number.